This is very important. This might be the most important thing that we've talked about the entire week. Now look at how much things we learned the entire week. Look at everything we did the entire week. Look at everything we taught, everything we gained, all the skills, all development. What I'm about to teach you is probably the most important lesson you're gonna learn, so listen tight, okay? So in the 1970s, at Harvard University, their MBA class, they did a kind of like a survey. This is an experiment. It's called the Harvard Goal Setting Study. And they found that only a small percentage of people graduating from Harvard University, the most prestigious school in America, only a small percentage of the people from that graduating class had their goals written down, which was very strange, right? I think it was 13% of people from that class had their goals written down, okay? And they found that only 3% had a plan to actually achieve those goals. So here's what's crazy about this. 10 years later, they come back and they look at the success that everyone had. And they found that the 13% of the class that had written down their goals, on average, were making twice as much money as the 87% of the people who didn't have their goals written down. Is that big? Is that huge?
Yes.
That's the difference of, having a peasant fucking house or a big ass house. Having a hot average girlfriend or having a hot girlfriend. Having an average wife or a hot ass wife, right? That's big, okay? Here's the crazy part. The 3% of the people who had written down their goals and had a plan to achieve it, they were making, on average, 10 times as much money as the other 97%. Is that big? Yes or no? Do you guys want to be in the top 1%? Yes or no? You guys want to be in the top 0.1%? Yes or no? Then here's what we're going to do right now. Everyone take out your phone, take out a journal, take out some notes, and we're going to start daily journaling. This is super important. We're going to daily journal every single day alongside your 30-day challenge, okay? So we're going to spend the next 20, 30 minutes writing down everything you learned on the boot camp, writing down everything you experienced. And this can be private, so you can be very honest with yourself. We're not sharing this, not sharing this with me. Everything. And then we're gonna talk about the goals that you have after the boot camp. And then we're gonna come up with a plan to break all of that down. Do you guys understand what we're doing here? So let's jump straight in. Let's journal. I'm gonna do it too. So you wanna have short-term goals, okay? What you wanna do is you wanna have short-term goals, okay? Then you wanna have long-term goals separately, and you wanna actually kind of almost segue how the short-term goals lead into long-term goals. And then you wanna actually come up with a plan to achieve each and every single goal. And the more detailed you are, the better. The better it breaks down, the more likely you are to achieve it, right? Does that make sense? So take your time. And by the way, you can finish it later. You can go back and edit it tomorrow and the day after and the day after and after. And next thing you know, like a year from now, you've created this whole life plan where you've completely changed your life. You're loving the fuck up. I do this every single day. I have daily goals. So I have daily like kind of to-do lists. It's like almost like a to-do list, like daily tasks. So here's what I do. I wake up in the morning. I write down the top 6 major things I need to do in the order of importance. In the order of importance. So I write them down and I smash them all out, okay? Then I write down kind of like almost daily checklists, and a lot of times I don't finish in that day. So it becomes something I finish later that week or later that month even. Does that make sense, guys? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Then I have separate major long-term goals, like my phone background says 100,000 Instagram followers, 200,000 on YouTube, 5 model girlfriends, make 500K a month, hit 140-pound body weight, and then move into a 3-story penthouse. That's on my phone background, okay? That's called manifesting, okay? Does that make sense? It's gonna happen at some point, because I've done this many, many years ago with different goals, and I've achieved all of those goals. Make sense, guys? Make sense? Cool?
How about like visualization? Do you do that?
Like, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, like, yeah, definitely. Like,
You
it's
spend like 10 minutes a day sitting there
dude,
picturing.
the way I describe it is I don't visualize, dude. It's like I look into the future. The same way you have like memories from the past, I have like memories from the future. Like I literally have that. Like I have like visions. I wouldn't call it visualization. It's like I've literally like had memories that from the future and then it comes exactly true. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
So for me, it's like a normal part of my daily life. I don't
Yeah.
want to think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Affirmations or any of that type?
yeah, affirmations is a different thing you can do. So you can create like an affirmations audio, right? That's really powerful as well. You can just go on YouTube and search up like affirmations for whatever skill set you want. There's literally game affirmations. You can search up like pickup artist affirmations or picking up girls affirmations. You can search up money affirmations, all those things, right? So yeah, there's a really good YouTube channel called VYBO. Okay, it's really good about like manifesting, especially with business. It's really cool. VYBO on YouTube. It's one of my favorite YouTube channels. Very, very good YouTube channel, right? I just posted it on the group chat. So it's visualize yourself beyond. So it's VYBO for short. Very, very good. So yes, you need to have the long-term goals, short-term goals, and then the daily goals. It's like daily, right? Then it's short-term goals, then it's long-term goals. Then it's like life philosophy and what you want to achieve in this life, which kind of the same thing as long-term goals. Does that make sense? And if you have those 4 segmented, kind of like we call it goals, right? Then you're going to achieve it. So daily tasks, right? Very important. Short-term goals, long-term goals, your overall life philosophy, and then daily journaling. Does that make sense? So number 1 thing is daily journaling because you do that every single day, right? Then you have the daily kind of to-do list, like little tasks, like things you got to do every single day. Routine, like hit the gym, meditate, cold approach, 30-day challenge, etc. Right? Then you have short-term goals of like, hey, I want to achieve this and that point. I want to do this later. Long-term goals, right? Like the things on my background on my phone are long-term goals. Hit 100,000 Instagram followers. I guess that's kind of short to long-term goals actually. Because I'm like within the next year, like 5 mile girlfriends, 200,000 YouTube, 100K Instagram, 140-pound body weight, 3-story penthouse. I'll probably get there in like the next 12 months. You know what I'm saying? Make sense? Then you have, that would actually be like a short-term / long-term goal kind of thing. But like, I don't know. I'm pretty quick with it. Then like my longer-term goals would be like 10 million net worth, 5-story penthouse, black Lamborghini, big-ass yacht. You know what I mean? Like fucking dating a celebrity woman with like 10 million fucking followers or whatever. You guys understand that? It's like kind of long-term goals. Not long-term, but like long-term, like 2 to 5 years, whatever. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Now, I don't want to think anything past 5 to 10 years. I like to get that as creative as possible. Maybe like overthrow government. You know what I mean? Find like a random country that's destabilized and overthrow the government and become like a dictator. Or like go to space with Elon Musk. You know what I mean? Like go to fucking space with Elon Musk in 15 years. Colonize Mars. My late 60s. Like shit like that. Because you never know like it's kind of impossible to plan that far ahead. Like 20 years down the road. Who the fuck can plan that far ahead? You know what I mean? If I ever decide I want kids, travel a bunch of like random countries, knock up the local women there, tell them my name is Steve and peace out. I'll tell them my name is Everly.
Thanks.
tell them my name is Alan. I'll give them Alan's Instagram.
Let them do a DNA test. Okay.
But like that's long term, right? That's long term goals. Is like it can be as creative and as ambitious and as ridiculous as possible. Overthrow like the fucking government of fucking Nicaragua or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Makes sense? That's a long-term goals, okay? Obviously not my long-term goal, it's a joke, but like that's the whole point. Like you don't want to plan for too long-term because it's kind of ridiculous, but you kind of want to know where you're going. And then constantly, every 6 to 12 months, you want to re-audit your short-term goals and your long-term goals, right? Your daily tasks, you should be fixing that every day. You should be daily journaling every single day. Do you guys understand how that works? You should be daily journaling every single day. You should be fixing your daily tasks every single day, right? Every 6 months, or maybe like every 3-4 months, your short-term goals change. Every 3 months, I'd say. And your long-term goals every 6 to 12 months. You're fixing those and changing those and tweaking those and redirecting. And then eventually you're gonna get to where you're meant to be. And you want to constantly define a proper step-by-step plan to get there and achieve it. This is how I become a millionaire by 27. This is how I fucked 425 women, right? This is how I've done 100 million plus social media views, right? One of my goals is to travel to 50 countries, right? Now I've done it. It doesn't seem like a big deal at all. Before I done that, that seemed like the craziest thing ever. Now I'm like, yeah, whatever, like travel the world like it's normal, right? Does that make sense? Before I did that, like that was my biggest life goal is I want to travel the whole world. And I did it. I'm like, guys, whatever, it's traveling. Who gives a fuck about traveling? Does it make sense, guys? First thing I do and wake up in the morning, make a checklist of the 6 most important things you have to do that day. Whatever meetings you have to do, whatever errands you have to do, whatever this, that, this. Right? Like I woke up and I'm like, hey, make sure I'm at this photo shoot, 7 p.m. debrief, this, that. Like the 6, 7 most important things you have to do every single day, okay? That's what you have to do. You write that down every single day. It's kind of like a daily checklist, a daily to-do list. Now, sometimes you might write down 10 things or 12 things or 15 things. Some days you might finish all those tasks. Some days you might not finish them. So then great, you have more stuff. So anytime you find yourself with nothing to do, oh yeah, that fucking thing from last week, go finish it off. Does that make sense? Like I got a lot of shit to do, bro. I got to go pick up cash from like homeboy, right? Like a dude had to drop off like $1,000, then I had to go fucking, I had to do some other shit. I had to jump on a call. I had to send a few messages. I had to fucking, now I have to like fucking like look at it, cause it's like club stuff. It's like outside of boot camp, like I have another company, right? I have a 6-figure nightlife business that I started just so I can host my boot camps. The only reason I do nightlife promo is so when I'm doing coaching and like dating coaching, we have the venues we can go to. Can you imagine starting a 6-figure nightlife business just like as a side hustle? Just so you can like run your main company? Is that, what a fucking, like, how retarded is that? But that's, I guess it's how business is, dude. I guess that's how it is, right? It's very interesting how that works, right? So I had to pick up some money and then I have to like fucking spreadsheets and do the accounting with stuff and like pay out the team and stuff like that. It's fucking annoying. I don't want to do this shit. It's like fucking not worth my fucking time, right? Like, so I'll outsource it. I actually did outsource most of it, right? But I just want to oversee it and make sure everything's working smoothly and double check because I haven't checked in a while, you know? Make sense? So I wake up and I do all these things. And when I have free time, all this the shit I don't want to do, I'll just fucking do it anyway, right? And everything runs smoothly. And I'm fucking all the women and making all the money. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Because I look back at the year, I'm like, shit, damn.